Let's talk about what to expect this weekend in Cataluna. I believe it's Marquez's home track. And I got to look at the stats and see. If we'll look at the stats and see how some of these other riders have done. But let's kind of talk about Cataluna. What do you think of that track, the location, the atmosphere is going to be like as well? Because the Spaniards they love motorcycle racing.
At this point of the career, I mean, not career, but this point of the season, I'm just like, just go ahead and give it to him already. He's winning at Marquez winning at tracks to where he's sucked at and he's winning. So like you got the he's hungry, and I feel like he's definitely proved a point, and I feel like he did that last year with Grassini, where he made that choice to be like, I'm racing with Grassini for nothing because I just want to be competitive. And now he's on factory and he's proving it this year. Like he's dominant. I feel like Cataluna is going to be exciting for the first couple of laps. And then it's going to be Gap City and he's going to do his thing, or he's going to sit behind whoever is in first place, probably Ben Secchi, and sit behind him for up until the last 2 laps and then instantly pass him and walk 4 seconds ahead of him. Like that's my anticipations. It's going to be a good race for second place and back.
Gotcha. What do you think about the atmosphere and stuff like that and the meaning of Cataluna? We've seen some really good battles in the past. So, it is a good place for a good showdown. Do you think we're going to, it sounds like you're saying it's going to, like Marquez might kind of run away with it and let me know when y'all catch up.
I mean, that's my personal opinion. Like certain people at certain tracks are able to close the gap on him a little bit. But when it comes down to who wants to win more and who has the skill to get it done, that's where the separation comes from. So that's where he has the tools necessary. Honestly, he's riding the best bike on the grid right now, but he also has the mind and the skills on top of that to put to work when he needs to be clutch. And hey, I got X amount of time to reel this person in. I got X amount of time to win this race. Let me buckle down and do it. There's not a lot of people on grid that can compete against that version of Marc Marquez. And I feel like that's what separates him. So I don't want to say he's going to run away with it. But it's like, unless you do run away with it further enough out of his reach, quick enough, he's going to win the race.
Okay. What are your thoughts, Tyson? Foregone conclusion, or Vinales is going to come back and?
Oh boy,
Batman.
That's right.
I mean, he's going to win. He's competing with himself. So if he decides to crash, he's not going to win. If he doesn't crash, he's going to win. I think to your point, Sir John, I think this is the most complete Marc has ever been. I don't necessarily think it's the fastest he's ever been. A couple years ago in his Honda heydays, I think he was just trying to prove the point that he's the fastest thing with 2 thumbs. And he didn't care. He was like, I'm going to make a point that I know I'm winning. I'm in first place, but I'm going to put, gaps on you. I'm going to finish this race 40 seconds ahead. I mean, I don't know if he actually did, but that kind of point. Whereas now I think he's just you know what? I'm going to win. Why should I risk everything for, an extra couple seconds just for bragging rights? So I think that's what I mean by the most complete, where he's okay, I can relax and not risk my body, not risk these points and just win the race. No one else can touch me. And his control is insane. Watching him race other guys, it's like watching an expert fight an amateur. And they're all top of the line, premier class riders, the best in the world. But he just does what he wants when he wants to. And that is the scariest thing about him, this year. Okay, I don't pass you this corner. Whenever, next corner after that, next lap, whatever, it'll happen. We'll do it. And it's just I don't know, no one can compete. But I really hope Bez keeps it up. I hope Martin's doing better. I think Martin's a better rider than Bez. He's just still getting up to speed. I think if they both were up to speed, I think Martin would realistically be in second. at this stage. Maybe fighting Alex for second to a degree, but like I don't think he would be behind Pecco. That Aprilia is pretty good, and I think with a faster rider, I think if Mark was on the Aprilia, he probably would still won the championship.
I agree.
Probably not any of the other bikes.
Yeah, I would agree with that too. After seeing what Bez is doing, and after seeing what Martin did the other day, I can say I think so too. I think if Mark was on an Aprilia, he would be fighting for the championship. Would he have as many points as he has right now? I don't know, but I think because the Aprilia is very competitive.
Yeah, I 100% agree with that right there. Like, I don't think he'd be walking away with the championship, but I think it would be like someone's gonna have to put up a serious fight to like take it from him.
It would have to be Fabio on a Ducati.
Or like say because the whole thing was like Jorge left because Mark took his seat. Like he was like, I'm getting the Ducati seat. Well, that's it. So what if Mark stays or whatever, or Mark goes to Aprilia and Jorge then goes to the Ducati? Like, what would that championship be? It would be Jorge on most likely the 24 would be my guess. Is I don't think Pecco and Jorge would have taken the 25. But so the 24 against Mark on the RS25. I think that'd be quite the championship throwdown. And I think it would be between Jorge and Mark, not Pecco.
Yeah. And just watching again what he did this past weekend, Martin, I feel like it's possible that he might be. But let me ask this before we move on to another manufacturer, because I mean, and I've been saying it all. I haven't brought this up all season, and I've kind of been bashing Ducati. But how much credit should Ducati get, the team get, for what Mark is doing?
None. I mean, look at the rest of the riders.
That's tough. That's a tough question, actually, because it's like you want to be like, oh no, Ducati did this, but you got Pecco being a fierce fighter for 3 years in a row that face plants hard on that 25. Everyone else is kind of like, but then you got Mark being Mark. So
I mean, I do mean to cut you off, but like Alex was doing well, Furman is up there as well, so it's not just Mark. Obviously, Mark is the one that's winning, but
that's the thing though. So like, it's not just Mark, but it is just Mark because you got rookie Aldeguer, which he has so many random flashes of like greatness. It's crazy.
Ellie Jr.
Yeah, that dude is like, I'm excited to watch him like 2 or 3 years down the line. Alex was doing good. So they can ride the bike.
So John, 1 second. Marquez has 66% of Ducati's points. There you go.
66. Wow.
Yikes. Yikes.
It's insane.
I mean, yeah.
So we were saying like, about Alex and Furman.
I mean, they're doing good. So Ducati's doing something because they're doing something correct. The thing is, I feel like I hope they don't get too locked in on Mark's performance, because at the end of the day, you're going to end up like Honda if you don't pay attention.
Yep.
Yeah.
What they should do is they should have like blind rider feedback, or Mark should just say, just give me a bike, don't fucking listen to me. Listen to everybody else but me. Like, I'm clearly going to win on whatever you give me. So like, if you want your bike to be better, ignore anything I tell you and listen to everybody else.
Well, I mean, in all fairness, Mark only got there, so they were listening to all 8 riders, and we saw what 8 riders were doing. Being very competitive at different track, different riders winning when they had 8 bikes on the grid. So, there's something to be said for that. And that's what Aprilia is doing, that kind of mindset of listening to the riders. We see that with KTM as well. Honda is starting to adapt that. Yamaha is trying to. So that's kind of the way, but Mark is doing something that these other guys are not doing. But again, you're saying it wouldn't matter because if he was on a KTM, he'll just do the same thing, or on Aprilia.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, I think the Aprilia for sure. I'm not 100% certain he could win the championship on a KTM. I think he would fight for it, and I think he would
fight for it.
It would make it interesting for sure.
KTM,
I don't know if he could pull it off.
Well, so the weird thing is Mark likes to wobbly or kind of he likes to push the front a lot.
Yeah.
And
He loves that
KTM
front
has that loose, weird front wobbly feeling that I think he likes. So it's kind of like, and it has the power. Like the way that these KTM's are freight training these Ducatis on straightaways right now is ridiculous. Like I
I just
thought
think
ducks were
Mark
the
was,
fastest thing.
sorry.
No,
I
you're
think
good.
he would have struggled quite a bit with the chatter. Like they all struggled quite a
Yes.
bit. Like I think he's amazing, but there's just some things like you just can't work around. And I think that would
Yeah.
have been a serious struggle that would have hampered him at the first half of the season. Like they seem like they've sort of figured it out to a degree, but Mark's big thing is he loves sliding the front. He loves being hard on the brakes, really pushing that front into corners. And if your rear tire is just the entire time, like how much can you trust when you have grip? Like when can you tell it's the front chattering or the rear chattering kind of deal? So
yeah,
I think you'd make it interesting, and I think he would make a serious attempt on the KTM for the championship. I just don't know if he could realistically pull it off.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a guarantee. That's for sure. Oh, I feel like the Aprilia would be. I still would probably say it's a guarantee. It would just be closer. But any other manufacturer from there, like it wouldn't work. Not with their current standing or where they're at. I mean, Marcus good, but you're not that good. Like you can't be that good. You know, like
Since he's the Messiah, not God.
Right.
Exactly.
So Mark is in first place. Who's in second and third? And what do you guys think? Where's Yamaha in the standings and over the weekend? What do you guys think?
Hey, Cataluna. I think Fabio, he'll put in the top. Well, in the sprint, he'll probably put in the top 7. I give him that. If he can finish the race and not wreck out in the first corner.
I think Fabio. I think Yamaha's probably Fabio will be top 10, but the rest of the Yamahas probably won't touch the top 10. They seem to struggle here last year. I mean, obviously different bikes to a degree, but they're all iterations on previous bikes. So, especially with Honda doing better, I think they're probably going to chip away at some of their sort of successes that they had. And it looks like Aprilia and KTM did pretty well around Catalunya last year. So I think it'll be a pretty interesting race. And I think it realistically could be up to anybody.
Okay. So we got Aprilia. Did you guys say Aprilia? You think Bezzecchi or Martin will be top 5?
I think Bezzecchi would certainly be top 3.
Benz is on a roll right now. Like it's hard to really break that momentum when you got it going. So I do expect to see him in the top 3 again as well. Just like Tyson said.
Okay. How about the Aldeguer? I know Alex hasn't been the same since his injury, which is unfortunate. Because he's showing some pace, but making some mistakes. So you think, and same thing with Morbidelli and Digia. How do you think the other Ducatis are going to fare? And even Bagnaia, because we haven't talked about Bagnaia much, but. I know you guys are saying he's done for the season, but
Pecco is not. He's not mentally there. Pecco is like somewhere on vacation, crying in a corner somewhere. Like he's mentally been checked out. I feel like he's I
mean, I think he's obviously struggling. That's quite obvious. But I mean, you look at Fabio too. Like Fabio's no Jorge Martin or Fabio or Quartararo or Marquez, but like he's still a quick rider and he's not doing anything on the 25. So I think generally the 25 was the wrong development choice for Ducati. At least this year. Like who knows if whatever, an iteration on it is better or not. But
right. And in all fairness, Mark does say there's issues with the bike, but he knows how to ride around it, right? So
he's Marquez.
He had to ride around Honda his whole career.
Well, he's like, you guys are struggling with these. Oh, you would have died on the Honda.
I agree. I think so. I mean, I think that I think the struggles that Marquez had on that Honda, made him a better rider coming to Ducati. I mean, it's kind of like, you know, if you grow up playing basketball on a crate and all of a sudden you're shooting in a rim, you're gonna probably hit way more shots than you were hitting in that crate and probably be way more accurate. Kind of thing. Not to say I'm calling the Honda a crate, but a milk crate.
I mean,
2021 maybe.